Change the scheme, alter the mood, electrify the boys and girls.
Yeah, you can't front on that.
Vigor at 240.
Pump that vigor, baby. Pump it up.
That's right. That's right.
Ooh, yeah, pump
Also,
that vigor.
One last thing. The Omens,
Yeah. What about the omens?
they have a fucking nasty ass grab,
Yeah.
which it kind of makes me wish that sometimes From Software will make a fighting game, or
What if Armored Core 6 is a fighting
or
game?
or there's a boss fight that's just melee, like just straight up. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna grapple you. Like I will fucking kill to just have it From Software made a grappler.
Where you're using fisticuffs or the boss is using fisticuffs?
The boss is using fisticuffs. Like I want to be able to fight Zangief.
Let's just leave it with me and Will winking at each other.
Okay.
But welcome
Just
to the
wait.
Nerdington Post. We love Elden Ring.
That's all we do. That's all we play. That's all we talk about.
Yeah. I'm at over 200 hours now.
I just hit 120.
I just hit 110.
Yeah.
It's the game of the generation.
I do believe this game is gonna influence a lot more games.
Zelda's color.
Sometimes
Yeah.
in the positive light, sometimes in the negative light, because I don't think people are gonna realize what makes it so good.
Yeah. It's,
Well,
it's
look what
very
Breath
special.
of the Wild did.
Mm-hmm.
You see Breath of the Wild inspiration in Elden Ring.
Well, also Halo Infinite,
Yeah, and Halo
Pokemon.
Infinite. Pokemon.
the new Sonic game coming out.
Yeah.
Which will be good. We did predict it. But I'm Walter.
I'm Senpai.
I'm Will. Back in person, baby.
Back in
Back
person.
in
man.
person. We are real. We're not HoloLive
Yeah. Hold on.
yet. And one day we're all gonna be Genshin Impact.
That's right.
I'm still running that high. I don't know what it means, but I'm still saying that.
I've yet to play Genshin Impact, so
Me
I don't know
too.
what it is.
That being said,
It's Breath of the Wild, but anime, right?
That being said,
Yeah.
I like
There's party-based mechanics.
I like the one with the big tits and the eye patch.
Exactly.
That's all I know about Genshin Impact.
Well, I was gonna assume they all have big tits, except
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
one or two DFCs, because you gotta have a DFC.
You gotta
You gotta have
pander to
DFC.
the lollies.
You do.
But yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what news happened this week, so I'm just.
Oh, I
kinda...
took no notes.
You took no notes? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're just back in person, baby.
We're just
Back
hanging
in
out,
person,
man,
hanging out.
talking
We're back.
about cool stuff. We are talking about cool stuff. I have a little game that I've had locked and loaded for a long time now. And we will play it because who knows with Will moving later this year, who knows when we'll be in person.
That's true.
And
we're looking at 2 houses tomorrow that we feel really good about.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we may be putting offers in this weekend.
yeah, but so the game I have is the musical meme quiz.
Okay.
It's
to
a hurdle?
No. I have a playlist of meme-related songs, and it'll be a quiz if you guys will be able to get all of them. Mainly him. You're a weeb. You'll get
I was
a
gonna.
lot of it.
I'm not a weeb.
No, he's a weeb.
I am a weeb.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But you're not a weeb, so it'll be harder for you.
You always got to stack the odds against me.
Well, yeah, because
talking
you're not
about-
a weeb.
Yeah. Talking about hurdle. There apparently is Wordle, but with songs. It gives you it's like how long.
What is Wordle? What is that?
It's a game.
See, initially I thought I got confused because it happened at the same time of the Scrabble Battle Royale game came out along the same time as Wordle. So there was a time where I thought they were the same thing, but then I realized, oh, these are completely different. So I don't know what Wordle is either.
So Wordle, you have to guess this 5-letter word every single day. You have 1 day to be able to find out what that word is. Whenever you type in a word, if it is that word or uses those letters, it will tell you with a yellow color. It's like, hey, it uses this letter.
Okay.
But if it uses that letter in that specific spot, it will tell you with a green square. And then you just have to find it. You have like 6 tries to do it. If it takes you over 6 tries, then you don't get bragging rights. It's like measuring contest of like how many 5-letter words you know. I don't play it because I'm a cool guy.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
It might be Amazon's most popular game. Indirectly. Yeah. Because the New York Times bought Wordle, and the New York Times is owned by Bezos. Mm-hmm. Of course. So indirectly, it's probably Amazon Game Studios' best game.
It is the most... it is the most, like, I watch The Office game I can think of.
Yeah, okay. Like one of the Discord for one of the Patreons I support, like the gaming channel is just taken over by like, hey, look at my Wordle thing. I'm like, all right, well, I'm done with this channel forever.
I don't get it, man. I looked at
the Wordle Slack channel that before, like the week before I quit, because fucking
They have a Wordle channel?
They have a Wordle
I'm not
channel.
known.
I looked at it and just like, I hate all of these people.
It's like
I have a feeling I know people who would be in there that
Elden Ring, but for words.
Yeah,
where every normo's on it and everybody's talking about it.
But Elden Ring's better.
Yeah, but these people don't play with controllers. They're just on their phone of just like their thing is like, oh, I got the word today. Whereas ours is like, oh, I found this cool catacomb today. It's the same conversation.
Okay.
These people quote The Office unironically, and they think it's funny.
Ooh, I caught some TV earlier this week, and reruns of The Office.
My water.
I don't think I can...
The blue one, the big blue one.
Oh, I don't think I could ever rewatch The Office ever again. Because I was just like, a random episode was on, and it's very... mid-2000s.
Dude, it's...
like, it was a very time and a place.
We have Sling TV, and at 5 o'clock every day, it's on 2 channels.
People love it. I don't think I can rewatch it.
I don't get it. It's,
I still like it, but I can't sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
I don't go, oh, I really want to watch The Office. It just has to be on, and I'll put it on as background noise.
I can't do that.
It's fine as background noise, I suppose.
I can't do that as background noise. It just activates my fight or flight. I'm just like, I can't. Like, one of my best friends, that was like their depression show, so like it will be constantly in the background whenever
that'd be annoying.
Whenever they went through like a minute. And I remember like checking them like one time and then checking back on them. It was a week or 2 weeks later. I'm just like, oh hey, like this episode again. It's like, no, I just look back and just like, oh.
So you've watched 7, 8 seasons.
It's like, I think it's 9 seasons.
That's
longer, yeah. Like I've been rewatching It's Always Sunny backwards, so I'm close to the end because I'm on season 2 now. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty cool because the Always Sunny podcast is out, and they go through the episodes.
I've been watching it as the episodes come out.
Yeah.
So they just did the gang gets held hostage.
Yeah.
And I just watched that episode.
Yeah,
it's so great.
It was a fun crossover of me going backwards through the series and then going forwards with the podcast. I'm like, oh, we finally crossed over.
It's a good podcast.
Yeah.
Check it out if you like It's Always Sunny.
Because it's just... podcast. If the gang and It's Always Sunny were normal people hanging out, that's what the podcast is.
Because it's like 40 minutes long-ish, and they maybe spend 10 minutes actually talking about the episode.
Yeah. Like, when they were talking about season 1 and half of season 2, they were just complaining about a parking space.
It's so good. Ugh.
But the biggest news of the week, a new Witcher title officially announced by CD Projekt Red, and the big thing is they will be using Unreal Engine 5 rather than their proprietary Red engine.
So that's about 5 years away. Maybe 6.
Least, yeah. But, yeah, it's cool, I guess. Like, as someone who's considered buying stock in CD Projekt, it's not really surprising to me because they've always said, like, they're not done with The Witcher. They pretty much, because of the deal with Andrei Sapkowski, they pretty much own the gaming rights to The Witcher forever.
And it's going to be a new saga. It's not like it's a...
Yeah. It's not... Because they've confirmed, like, Geralt's story is done, so people are thinking maybe Ciri. The teaser is an image of a Witcher medallion, which most likely is the School of the Lynx, which people are excited about with the possibilities of that. lore-wise. But yeah, it's a game we're all excited for, I imagine.
I just want to see more of my wife, Yennefer.
She might not be in there, depending on...
That makes me sad.
Because, again, if it is indeed the house, or the Link School, it's going to take place after Witcher 3. But again, with the Witcher lore and timeline, there's hundreds of years it could take place within, so... What are your hopes and dreams for any Witcher game?
I would like to see... I would like them to spend more on the... This is, of course, with Elden Ring in my head and the botch that was Cyberpunk. The release date, Cyberpunk... I would like them to spend... It was great.
It is great.
It is great.
That was great. It is great. I still have it installed, baby.
Even the new patch is even better.
I'm saying... I hope... My hopes is they take time and market it better.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with you.
Because a huge chunk of that is going to be running on the high of the show, running the high of a new Witcher.
Yes.
And also having to put down whatever happened with Cyberpunk release.
Well, we said it when we talked about Cyberpunk, when that came out, we were like, they should just do what they did with, I think it was Witcher 3, where they released it on PC first, then adapted it to console, right?
That was Witcher 2.
Witcher 2.
Usually just did that.
So I feel like, obviously... CD Projekt Red games always run better on PC anyway, so develop it for PC, especially with Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah. Since the whole thing with Unreal Engine since Unreal 4 was to make the tools easier for developers to use,
right.
So this game will just, I don't know. Unreal Engine is just a reliable workhorse in video gaming.
Right, exactly.
I do want to see some crazy expansion on the Mutagen system. Because they did an amazing job with it in Witcher 3.
I should probably play Witcher 3.
I want to see more. I want to see some more Tracer.
It's always on
things.
sale on Steam. I'm like, I'll pick this up.
So good. The story is... That's the thing with people having weird expectations for Cyberpunk is just going first person. People inherently expected an Elder Scrolls-like...
Right.
RPG, but that's not what CD Projekt makes. It's this is going to be a directed story with a fixed character. Even though you can make choices for V and customize what V looks like, but V is still V in a fixed character.
Right. Exactly.
And that's helps the kind of RPG CD Projekt Red makes with their storylines, and that's what I like about it.
What I really like, the pen and paper RPG. I don't think I can think of another studio that does it as well as them to put into modern gaming hands, if I may say.
I mean, From Software did a great job with Elden Ring, though.
Ooh. If that kind of a lot of freedom in an RPG, check out Divinity Original Sin 2.
That's what I keep hearing. And that's the thing that I'm afraid of picking that up is the game is gonna be so daunting and so big that I'm just gonna have paralysis choice, or that's all I'm gonna be doing.
That is exactly what happened to me, and Divinity Original Sin 2 is the best game I will never finish. I got to a point where I'm just I have too many options, I don't know what to do now, and then just I dropped it for something else, but I still have my save file, and maybe I'll jump back into it. But that game is amazing. That's the closest experience you'll get to a pen and paper RPG in a video game. And they're even expanding that more because it's that same studio that's making Baldur's Gate 3. But again, I'm going to have the same problem of just option paralysis.
Right.
Luckily,
I don't know if to spec into, I quit.
Luckily, I kind of been getting this comfortable rhythm of just playing Holy Knights or Paladins, so I'm probably going to be messing around with that.
Yeah.
So that might be my safe choice for forever. Yeah. Just when I get closer to you guys.
My only wish for a new Witcher game is just give me the same quality of storytelling that's in the previous Witcher games and Cyberpunk, and
maybe care about the random thought I found in a shack that buried its baby and is being hunted by weird baby.
That's what Cyberpunk did, baby.
Yeah.
Maybe
I care about just random.
That's why I really like Cyberpunk, because you really care about the NPCs you meet and their way their stories intertwine. It's perfect. Yeah. I mean, keep that up. But like I said, I've never played a Witcher game. I've always been I'll get Witcher 3 on Steam because it's $10 fucking. But I'll eventually play it. But if the story is reminiscent of like Cyberpunk, of how like connected the story is and how you care about all the characters you meet, I'm in.
It's a lot of that, especially now that you're playing Elden Ring. I'm being able to like read about a person and then being able to find out what happened, what actually happened.
Like the lore behind it.
Yeah, it plays a little bit on that.
Okay,
at least with Witcher 3, because my first Witcher was Witcher 3, and just being able to read the codexes and just being able to see that happen, I was like, oh, this is dope.
I'd say start with Witcher 2 though, because it is significantly smaller compared to Witcher 3.
Okay.
So if you don't want to go from one big open world to another big open world, just like Witcher 2, that's going to be like a 20-hour thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then more if you want to like replay it again through a different branch of the storyline. But yeah, I love The Witcher 2, man. It's like The Witcher 3, I love that because of the characters and the personal storylines, but in terms of the political intrigue, I like the political intrigue more in Witcher 2. Because it's definitely more...
If you like Game of Thrones fake political bullshit, you're going to like Witcher 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And in Witcher 3, some of the political storylines carry over from all that stuff. But then it's mainly... I gotta catch up with Yennefer. Gotta see what Triss is up to.
See what my baby girl is doing. Oh, baby girl not doing so hot.
Yeah. And also, like, if you want to watch the Witcher series, it's not a spoiler for the Witcher games because...
Oh, that's good. Is it more about the books?
Yeah, the Witcher series follows the book series, and then the Witcher games are... It's pretty much... Right? It's glorified fan fiction.
Oh, okay, got it.
Because I know with like the School of the Lynx speculation, some people were like, "Well, the Lynx School is just fan fiction. Who gives a shit about that?" Like, the entire game trilogy is glorified fan fiction. Like it's all stories made with that world that Andrei Sapkowski made, but he has nothing to do with those stories that happen afterwards. It's glorified fan fiction, and it's awesome, and it's on
as long as Henry Cavill gets to voice my character, I don't care.
I don't think he will.
He won't.
No.
But I just know he likes it.
Also, but the thing is, the voice actor for
Doug Cockle, Geralt,
he fucking kills it. Yeah.
Also, he said that...
well, I don't care if it's girl or not. I just want Henry Cavill in there, baby. Love me some Superman.
They could probably get like a...
he would be down. He's a huge fan of the game.
He'll probably play a Witcher adjacent character.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Or just for the goofs, he's like a character who dies in the first hour of the game.
Or
he's like a Patches.
Or for the goof, he will play a character that it's... Within the world of The Witcher, he is writing the story of The Witcher.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Like, that'd be cool. A lot of the worry of this new Witcher game is that a lot of the leads from the previous Witcher games, they've since left CD Projekt. So right now, the director of Gwent is currently the director of this game. So,
like the card game Gwent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Gwent... It's been like a...
I'm not familiar with Gwent developer, because I know it's his own thing now, right?
Because, I see the thing with it, I didn't read into it, so I don't know if it's... They released a standalone RPG that uses the Gwent mechanics as the main gameplay, and that one, Thronebreaker, is supposedly really good. I started it, was interested. I don't care about Gwent gameplay, so that's why I stopped playing it. So, but supposedly that has like an amazing Witcher story. Mm-hmm. And then there's the standalone Gwent card game that they update every now and then. It's kind of like Hearthstone. We just play online. So I don't know if it's the director of Thronebreaker or the director of Online Gwent that's the director of this game. But considering it's story-focused and it's a full-blown Witcher game, probably the Thronebreaker director.
I remember playing... My only experience I ever had with Gwent was drunkenly play with one of my friends, and she got so fucked up that she spilled beer all over her Gwent cards.
Physical Gwent.
Yeah, physical Gwent.
That's badass, man. That is a collector's item.
And her boyfriend was a bartender, so he got super pissed because those were his cards.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, that is, but especially with how explosively popular The Witcher got, that is gonna be hard to replace at all.
But Witcher, the next Witcher title, we'll see when we're approaching 40.
Yep. Also, like another thing people are worried about because they are working with Epic Games with this being like a premier Unreal Engine 5 title, people are worried like it's going to be an Epic Games Store exclusive. Even though they've said it's not going to be. Well, CD Projekt has their own storefront through GOG, which is my main PC storefront anyways, so I'm happy. I'm going to buy it on GOG.
Yeah, I'll buy it on GOG. So,
like, yeah, I'm not going to use the Epic Games Store fucking ever.
I think the only time I use Epic is when if there's a free game I want.
Exactly.
In my head, just because how big the Epic Store has gone, there's going to be a certain exclusivity happening. I don't think the whole game might be exclusive, but I believe, like, DLC exclusive shit. Like, if they add DLC to the new Witcher game, probably be exclusive to Epic first.
Again, GOG, they own that storefront. And also they have a...
I need to ask you more about GOG, because I don't know shit about GOG.
GOG is...
Because the only GOG I know is that GOG 3000.
So if you want the full story...
No job joke.
If you want the full story, so CD Projekt started as...
That was fun.
Started with, like, the original two guys localizing Baldur's Gate for Poland. And it's called CD Projekt because they were, like, burning their own CDs for that stuff and...
That's really cool.
Doing that sort of thing. So their whole idea of just growing up in the Soviet bloc and just a lot of, like, pirated software, their whole thing is just being DRM free and trying to make a good service that you want to support and make that service more convenient than piracy, which is popular over there.
I'm always so in love with, like, piracy stories, like pirate radios, the army free games, just the weird shit that Soviets had to do, weird shit that the UK had to do, weird shit that Panama had to do in order to, like, get media coming in. I'm always, like, in love with those stories. Yeah,
the CD Projekt has a fantastic story if you want to read up on just, like, this weird startup that they started as a localizer and then they became, like, one of the premier RPG developers. It's bananas. I love them.
And Xbox is buying them as... I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I love you, CD Projekt.
Me too.
And again, like, maybe it'll be better than their proprietary Red Engine, but we have yet to see an Unreal Engine 5 game, so it'll probably be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Unreal Engine has problems, like, streaming an asset sometimes, so there's pop-in. But again, with the advancements of technology... Microsoft is having new software to support NVMe SSDs, so, like, streaming assets might not be a problem by the time this game comes out.
Exactly.
I mean, we have NVMe drives in consoles, so it's probably going to be a non-issue in the future. But who knows?
Exactly.
But I remember, like, going into this generation, like, nothing's going to load. Loading's a thing of the past. Like, no, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
No. Like, everybody who... That was, like,
always have loading.
That was a big bullet point, like, the companies were touting. It's like...
No.
Like, no, every game still loads. There's maybe 2 games that don't have loading, and that's, like, a couple first-party things.
Yeah.
Like, Ratchet and Clank, very minimally for Demon Souls, and...
Ghost of Tsushima, like, they actually had to expand the load times that way you can... Whatever, like, things they have. It's interesting times. I just don't think we're...
It's not a big deal.
No.
It's just a loading screen.
But that was a... I don't know.
That's like one of
That was the thing they were hyping. Like, well, it looks better, but what else can we say about this new generation?
That's why I hate Twitter, because, like, I try not to, like, follow, like, fanboys, whether it's, like, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever, but, like, that's, like, always the ammunition fanboys love to use. Like, oh, man, this loads faster on Xbox. This loads faster on... PlayStation's like, who gives a shit?
My favorite one that I've seen, because it's like, it's definitely like, it is definitely a bait post. Like, somebody made it. Like, somebody made this post that way they could get some baits, they can get some retweets, some likes, whatever. It's that motherfucker that posted a side-by-side gif of Kratos getting to his canoe. And it's like, oh my god, they reused the same animation. Sony's so fucking lazy. And
I did see that.
Being
and, like, Sony fanboys freaked out.
And then just everybody just freaking... Not only, like, Sony... Of course, Sony fanboys, like, freak the fuck out. But there's also, like, just people working in the industry in general. Know about the industry. It's like, giving like whole text messages of like as to why it happened. I'm just like, this
that.
is a bait post. You should know about this. You live in the internet.
Like trolling like that, where I know it's not serious, but like there are like some really mental people on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, let me finish.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I thought the main reason he hated Twitter is because they banned his boy DJT.
Why did I fist bump that?
Because he's your boy.
I'm an idiot.
He's your guy.
But like
a lovable scam.
Like the people who are so serious about capping for a plastic box on Twitter, it's insane, dude. It's crazy. If you are a fanboy who caps for a plastic box on the internet, get a life.
Or just companies in general. They're not your friends.
Yeah, they're not your friends. But they don't care. All they want is your money.
Mm-hmm.
But think of how amped up that is, that fanboyism, when you replace consoles with political parties and ideology.
Oh, yeah.
DJT!
Or like DC versus Marvel. I mean, it's everywhere. I get it.
Parlor boys for life, am I right? Yeah!
Look that over there.
He's not with us.
But
it's just it's crazy, man. Like, people are stupid, and trolling's one thing, but taking it serious. Like, I remember, and this is like 100% legitimate. I remember an Xbox developer. I don't remember what studio he worked for, but he announced, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm leaving this studio to take more time, focus on my family and everything," and PlayStation fanboys are like, "Oh man, Xbox loses another one," and it turns out
Perfect Dark is gonna be shit.
Yeah, it turns out like the guy stepped away because like he had a death in the family, he wanted to be close with his family, and one of the fanboys actually apologized, like, "Hey, that was wrong on me," but another fanboy doubled down.
I remember that.
That's the kind of shit I hate. Like,
I remember that.
So if you're a fanboy, fuck you.
But can't
if you're a boy, fuck you.
Yeah, that's right.
But are you worried about Perfect Dark? Because it's not just like one person leaving. Like, a lot of design leads and team leads left Perfect Dark.
I've given up on Perfect Dark a long time ago.
Because also,
I've never played it. I just thought it was
Okay.
like, I've never played Perfect Dark. I mean, like, especially now with Activision coming to Xbox, and then now they have Bethesda. Even if Perfect Dark is shit, they still have Starfield releasing. They still have future Call of Duty exclusivity with like probably DLC.
I'm still I'm still not sold on Starfield because
we've seen nothing.
Whatever
artwork.
Here's my bit, like. And this includes you, by the way. If you're excited for Starfield, you're excited for a game that you made up in your mind. Like, there's nothing that's been said or been put out. I just realized there's a t-shirt. I love it.
They've talked about factions.
There's nothing in there that has been shown
or
discussed.
I will say this.
That entices for people to be excited about
Todd Howard has said that they're going to have the kind of mechanics old school RPG fans will like. And Todd Howard never exaggerates or lies.
Yeah, I was shocked that they showed just a release date. Well, I'm not shocked because that's what Xbox does. They just show release dates and don't ever show anything.
They have CG trailers.
Yeah.
I don't count them, but a lot of people do.
I know. But I do agree, like, is E3 happening this year? I've heard it's not happening, or I mean, all I'm saying is if we don't
watch the Keeleys.
It's about the Keeleys.
So like, Keeleys, if there's no update about Starfield like around summer, then I'd be like, oh yeah, this is getting delayed.
Yeah. But Bethesda always does that, because they did it with like Fallout, where we saw nothing about it until E3. And then we got
and then they did like a deep dive.
And it's like a full-blown hour-long info dump, and then it comes out a couple months. Like, I prefer that thing rather than announce a release date and then just little updates here and there. Just give me a big thing, and then it's an out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But I mean, like, I think the scale, I think the potential's there for Starfield, but like you said, we haven't seen anything, so like...
Bethesda Softworks does not have my faith in being an RPG company with how streamlined it's become since Fallout 3, then Skyrim, and then Fallout 4. Just, I don't have faith in them making a compelling RPG.
I enjoy the Wolfenstein series. I think that they should just focus more on less open
that's
story.
That's machine games rather than... Like, I have faith as Bethesda as a publisher.
As a
Like
publisher,
Starfield
okay,
is
never mind.
Bethesda.
Yeah,
It's
not Bethesda Softworks, the studio that makes Elder Scrolls.
Then never mind what I
Well, I think you're going to see, like, if it flops, Todd Howard's be like, all right, I'm done.
No, I don't think so.
He's too...
Oh, he's got to do Elder Scrolls 6 after Starfield.
Which we'll see in the 2030s.
Yeah, when we're approaching 40.
But like, the best thing is just... I'm glad that IP is under the Microsoft umbrella again, and if they make another Fallout, please give it to Obsidian. Just give it to Obsidian.
There's rumor that they are, but Obsidian's working on Avowed.
They have
Outer Worlds 2.
And the miniature game where you're shrunken.
Yeah.
Which
Grounded. Grounded's cool. I like Grounded.
I
like Grounded.
Talking about Outer Worlds, I enjoyed that game. Looking back at it, because I decided to like pop it back in the Xbox, because I have it digital in the Xbox. That game is painfully average.
Which game?
Outer Worlds.
I like it a lot.
I also like it a lot.
I enjoy it a lot, but I'm just like, but stepping back for a second, I'm just like, this is painfully average.
I thought it was great for Obsidian to come out and make that kind of game.
Yeah, which it's really weird because like one of my favorite moments in the game is one of those quests that you do very early, and then nothing else jumps back at me, calling back to things like they've done previously, and I just feel like because this is the first.
I think that's what they were
game.
going
this
for.
This is the first original game, right?
No. They made Alpha Protocol. And
They did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obsidian's been around since...
Well, I know they've been around for a minute, but I didn't know that they're Alpha Protocol.
Which is one of my top 3 Western RPGs easily.
But
because again, like, there's something I love about I get what you're saying about Outer Worlds. But what I love about it is the same thing I love about Alpha Protocol, where it is smaller in scope.
Right.
And you don't have those kind of big moments that New Vegas has. But since it's smaller and tighter, it has a lot more flexibility and replayability.
I think that's one of my big...
I want Alpha Protocol too.
I think that's one of the main things that call out to me like painful average. I still felt like I was playing the same story. Or hitting with the same people over and over, because it just felt like, I will have a different build.
Right.
Yeah.
But my approach was still the same, and I don't know if that's a me problem or just an overall how they work, how the game pushes you to solutions.
I will say, like, even though it was a CGI trailer, my favorite one of my favorite trailers of E3 last year was the Outer Worlds 2 trailer. It was great.
It was a good.
It was so meta.
Yeah.
It was so meta.
Yeah. Where it's like, we know what kind of trailer we're making.
We're not showing you anything.
Yeah.
We're just showing you shit you probably won't even see in game.
Yeah, we're obligated to make this trailer by corporate, but we'll see you in 2030.
That will be like one of the things I really appreciate about Outer Worlds. It's just kind of like they know, and that's the best way I can describe it. They know, like for example, like
exactly.
They just know, like the moment I was gonna call out earlier was like my favorite moment in Outer Worlds is just like when you have to find out about the whole situation with the company. You go in and you find out that somebody died, and so their next of kin was the person that had to deal with the death and everything. And then you're talking to the person, and you find out the next of kin means that was the person closest to them when they died. And because they died, it created a fine because they died They died when they were working, so they were company property, and they had to do this. And in my head, I'm just like, yo, this shit is really real.
Yeah.
I hope for
that would happen in Texas.
I hope a lot more for moments like that.
Right.
Yeah, I love just the whole shtick of it, of just being hyper capitalist and just cartoonishly evil.
Right.
Yeah, it's great, man.
But I mean, they're working on a bunch of stuff. But like, I mean, Avowed has potential, but again, we saw a 30-second CGI trailer, so we don't know what's happening with Avowed. Standard Xbox procedure.
Yeah. The only reason I'd want Microsoft to buy Sega is so there can be an Alpha Protocol 2.
Yeah.
But with how busy Obsidian's slate is, it's never gonna happen.
Right.
I want Microsoft to buy Sega so we can have Sonic.
Go against Master Chief.
No, I want Sonic to wear Jordans. Or let him say fuck.
Let him say fuck.
Or have Sonic power armor like a Spartan.
That he already has it. In the Black Knight, he has a weird mythical helmet.
Well,
that's power
who's
armor.
playing that shit Wii game? Get out of here.
I did because it was at one point like $5 at GameStop, and I still had it.
Yeah,
so I was
that's
like,
right.
yeah, let me do this. I was like, oh, this game is fucking terrible. It's broken.
Yeah, your old store called me because I pre-ordered a Kirby.
Oh, that's your fault.
Kirby.
It's reviewing well. It's not doing well in Fantasy Critic, but it's reviewing well. Just like fucking Ghostwire.
I'm so happy
Idiot, when are you gonna bid on some games, man?
when I feel like it.
Your team is just empty.
Yeah, I know.
He's waiting until E3 and then E3 will...
I hate chunk of it. It's like a lot of the games that I wanted to pick already got picked.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
I went ahead and bid on Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's going to be good.
and
I don't think it's going to be great, but I think it's going to be good enough to score well.
I can't believe you bid $31 on it.
Did I bid 31?
I just don't.
I thought it was
too
30.
much. You know it's too much.
Well, I only had 2 slots to fill, so I'm like,
I'm just happy my
That's
counter.
true.
I'm
Yeah.
just happy that my counter pick got delayed.
Which one?
Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, so you're getting
Yeah.
30 points. I'm glad I dropped that for.
I'm so
I
happy.
think Xenoblade 3.
I'm so happy I'm right on everything.
Yeah.
I'm right about everything.
You just gotta fill out your.
you're
team.
not having a good year so far.
No, this is in my. This is my third year doing Fantasy Critic. This is easily my worst year.
I don't even know how to play Fantasy
Well, it's
football.
crazy because like you got Dying Light 2, which I think got you 7 points, but like
Yeah.
I was looking at the reviews and like Game Informer gave it a fucking 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
So like I was just like, all right, that's interesting.
And also, like, I picked up Stranger of Paradise, thinking like, oh, the Neo games reviewed well.
And the Final Fantasy name would carry you.
Yeah, but the thing is, the kind of guy who reviews a Neo game is also the Souls reviewer.
Right.
But this having the Final Fantasy title, it was reviewed by the kind of person on the staff who plays Final Fantasy, and they're judging it on story and not gameplay. So story-wise, it's getting destroyed. Because it's on my team and it's getting wrecked. I've been reading reviews, like, every review's like, yeah, this combat's great, but the story just falls apart. Like, yeah, it's a Neo game.
Yeah, it's a Neo
You're
game.
not
Yeah,
playing it for
exactly.
the story. Also, it's a Tetsuya Nomura story. He doesn't make good stories. Square Enix, get him off story.
He doesn't
Just
make
have
good
him-
stories. He makes amazing moments.
Even that, because I've been watching a playthrough of this game. It's like
I've been watching clips of it.
I just haven't heard good
So,
things about it.
so here's the thing. It is if you
I'll get it on
if you
Yeah, I'm
enjoy
gonna get it.
ironic, edgy humor, you're gonna love it because the main character is very sincere on what he does and what he says.
It's very Final Fantasy-esque.
To a point where you feel like this is a parody, but it's not.
Interesting.
It's
So it feels fake?
it is Final Fantasy The Room Neo 3.
Yeah. It has like
That's what it is. Holy shit. Yeah, that is
Final Fantasy The Room.
The Room.
That's
Really funny.
It has like a Kingdom Hearts level of earnestness,
Mm-hmm.
but rather instead of being about love and friendship, it's
Do you
about
mind if
being
I
like
invite him?
fucking bullshit and we have to stop chaos.
Right.
But then it's trying so hard to be honest, and it's I don't know, man. If you like time loop stories, then I guess it might be interesting. But yeah. Oh man, again, this is my worst season ever. But let's play this mean guessing game.
Okay, let's do it.
For Will.
What's happening right now?
Yeah, dude.
I'm doing mean guesses, I guess.
All right. What the hell is that? Oh, fuck you.
Let me see the playlist. I won't look at the songs. I just need to see the name of the playlist.
Okay. It's called Will Meme Music Quiz. It's showing my other playlist, but yeah.
Is the playlist private?
No, it's not private.
What is it, Will what?
The Will Meme Music Quiz.
Is there like a share button?
No.
What?
No, I don't know.
It's probably because your shit is not paid for.
Yeah, that's... Like, I expect them to take away features for the free version, but not this many.
Let's try to play some and see.
Alright. Well, you have to wait for this Indian song, because I can't fucking skip, can I? Let's see.
Could you just put
Okay,
them
there
up
we
from-
go. Nope. No. It's not playing. No. Skip. Play my tracks, you horse's asshole.
And this is a playlist you made?
Yeah.
This is so fun.
Free Spotify is such a crock of shit, dude.
Just pay for it.
Nope. Let me get a free trial.
We're having fun.
1 month of premium free. Sign me up, you motherfucking piece of shit.
That's right, that's how they get you. Then they're gonna be like, this email has already been used for your 1 month of free premium.
I hope not.
Oh,
So the premium tab doesn't even have an option you could click on.
oh yeah, you have to go to the web browser
You
to
have
do
to go to
it.
the web browser.
So let's do this next week. We'll do it next week.
All right.
That's really funny though.
Bottom line, fuck you, Spotify. You garbage piece of shit company. How many features do you fucking take away for the free version?
All of them.
Spotify, pay more to your artists, and also
Yeah.
please put more of the Boredom's songs back on your library. You used to have like a bunch of albums by them, and now you only have like one album and a bunch of EPs. What happened?
And you even make it hard for your people to give you money. I'm trying to sign up for Spotify Premium, and I can't even do it through the fucking app, you stupid assholes. Oh my god.
But you'll give Joe Rogan like $10 million.
Hey now. $500 million.
$500 million.
Way more. Way more than you think. But, oh
I had a
my
really
goodness.
weird dream where I was in the Rogan podcast and I just like went off on him. It felt
About
great.
what?
Just on him. It felt great. So Joe Rogan, if you're watching this, don't ever invite me. I will fuck you up.
He will. He'll do it. I've seen him do it.
Yeah.
Like Kobayashi.
Yeah. Alright. Fuck Spotify.
I love you, Sheriff Truman.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.